Welcome back to Urban Sprawl, everyone. I have got a fun little project for this episode. I've been fiddling around in a creative world with train tracks. I am thinking of putting a fun little rail car through some of the streets of the city. So it can randomly pick up villagers. They could go for a nice little joyride and then be spat out at different intervals. I think this will be quite a fun addition to the city. So I've got plans for the building. So I want to have a little, not a big rail yard, just more of a building where the rail goes into and then is spat out of. And I want it to have a similar colour scheme to the post office. If you remember, the post office has got the red brick, the chiselled sandstone and the black slate roof. I want it to have a similar colour scheme to that. So I am waiting for some mud to turn into clay so I can get some more red brick smelting, because I don't have a lot. I think the school is the cause of my lack of red brick, but that's what I want to do this episode. I want to make a little, not train track, more of a car, a rail car running through certain streets of the city. This is going to be a bit of fun. So I've got some materials together and I've had some fun making all the different rails that I'm going to need. I haven't really done a test or a trial run for the building itself, so that I'm going to be winging. But this is a bit of fun. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to make visiting the city a little bit more enjoyable. It's going to be fun seeing villagers picked up or scooped up and delivered somewhere else. But we don't want them walking miles to get back to their beds, so it's not going to be a very long track. I think we're going to start with just a small loop before we extend the tracks out into different areas. So let's go over and I'll show you where the build's going to be. This is where our first rail car building is going to be situated. So we're right next door to the post office, and I'm sort of taking inspiration from the colour scheme of the post office for this build. Depends on how we go. But this is my idea. We have two doorways to the little rail car shed, I guess you could say. So one's going to be in, one's going to be out. So say we go out here, we're going to go out. We're going to come along here. Now I've decided to use the roads which are three lanes wide, so we can have it running down the middle of the roads. Keeping in mind, it does mean I have to replace that middle row of blocks because path block's not a full block, so the railroad tracks won't sit on it. So I'm going to have to replace all those path blocks with some sort of full block, and it's going to come, I might have to modify a little bit. It's going to come along here. It might do a right turn here and then back up and past all these workers, past here, and then come back in and go back into the system. So it's not going to be a very big rail car system. If we have a look at the map, it really is just going to be this circuit here. So it is just going to be this little section. So not a very big, as far as the city goes, it's not a very big rail car system, but like all cities, a lot of streets are just too narrow to put the rail car down, because we need the rail car to have space on either side. And I can't wait to see the minecart going along and just randomly pick up a villager when they get too close to the track. Like here, he'd be scooped up and he'd come along. My only concern is we have a lot of iron golems. We have a lot of iron golems around the place, and they're likely to stop the minecart from running. So hopefully this little trial will show us if that's going to be a problem or not. Iron golems won't fit in the minecart, but they will definitely stop a minecart from running if the iron golem's standing on the track. Mind you, sometimes a villager will stop a minecart from rolling as well. So this is just an experiment. The City Council, in all their wisdom, have decided a railcart system is a good idea. So here's, I think, all my equipment, all my tracks and all my resources to make more. There's my building equipment. As soon as I put that down, I'm going to get a villager connected to it, but that's okay. And this is where the building is going to go. Let's make a rail car shed. The railcar shed, and as you can see, the doors that the rail cars will go through are only 1 block high because I don't intend on villagers being taken into the shed. So the doors only need to be 1 block high just for the minecart. There is a door around the side for maintenance workers, namely me. There's the door. So we'll be able to come in here, and we've got enough room in here. I'm hoping for a hopper clock system and a dispenser system and a minecart destruction system. I'm hoping we could fit it in here. Like I said, I've got the idea, but I haven't done a test run, so I'm really just making it up as I go. But it should fit. It should fit. This should be plenty of space. I will put an iron door there when this contraption is up and running. That way I can get in, but villagers can't. I do not want villagers getting in here and breaking the system, as they sometimes do. Now all I have to do is lay the rails and set up the machine on the inside of the shed. So I've finished putting all the power cables up along the track, and as you can see, the iron golems aren't really wanting to go anywhere near it. So I'm hoping that at least the iron golems will stay... Oh, that one's a bit too close. I need to move that one back a bit. So at least the iron golems will want to stay off the track. The villagers going on the track is sort of what we're wanting. We're wanting the minecarts to come along and scoop them up and take them for a bit of a ride. So this is really for the benefit of the iron golems. And I think it's not going to be 100% because, let's face it, a villager just needs to come along and push an iron golem and its hitbox will actually overlap the track. But on that rare occasion, I think I'll be happy with that. Now, I do need to move this one back. That will work nicely. That there. That there. There we go. That's a lot nicer. I'm hoping I've got these... Whoop, there's another one. I've just put it one block too early. Got to remove that chain. That's better. Now, I'm hoping that the minecart is going to move under those. It looks a bit scary coming along and having a chain pointing at your face, but that's okay. I'm hoping I've got them all in the right spot. So that's done. Now I just need to do the machine on the inside and do a couple of test runs and we'll be right. The city almost has its first public transport system. So the train tracks have been laid and I've spent quite a bit of time problem solving and policing traffic jams, if you'd like. And I just thought I'd show you where we're up to. So inside our railcar shed, that's what I'm going to call it, we have got... Oh. That's better. In here, we've got the traditional minecart destroying machine and the hoppers going underneath, feeding into the dropper and then the dispenser. And these there should be a lot more. There should be a lot more than that. I thought my machine had lots in it. So either we've lost minecarts or there's a huge traffic jam out there somewhere that I haven't seen. We've got a traditional hopper clock timing when the dispenser sends out a minecart. So they are on a very tight schedule. So the carts come out there. I had to put the fence around it because the villagers were getting trapped actually inside. So the fence is around it to stop villagers getting in the way and making the destruction and the dispensing of the minecarts a lot smoother. We have got the power wire above the tracks, and it did take quite a bit of time to get the backflow system working. So we've got, what are they called? A detector rail. So we've got detector rails and then a powered and then a powered rail. So when the cart comes over the detected rails, it powers the powered rail. But if they roll backwards, they're going to stop. So we've got them quite a few times right throughout the track. And here we've got quite a big hill. So we do have the redstone block there to power it, to give them a good push up the hill. I'm not sure about this section. Originally, I was thinking we'll follow the road and see about turning the road into a train track or a rail car. But this hill is really proving problematic. So we're having a lot of carts get jammed along here. And so I've been putting a lot of fence posts in to stop the villagers, basically, because the villagers, this poor guy, the villagers are coming up, pushing this golem into the track, trying to get up the stairs. And it just occurred to me, we've got this lovely flat section here. So I could pull all this out and have it detour here and go down here. That would make it quite a bit simpler. That would leave the villagers being able to get to the houses without pushing this poor golem into the train track. So we could do that. And I also had to build this corner up a bit as well. So it originally came down, around and went up again. And that was proving really difficult to get it running smoothly. So this is a lot better. Here's a couple of mine carts. And just give them a gentle push. Get out the way. Come on. He's standing in the way. Get out of the train track. You're going to get run over. Just trying to get them. Just a gentle push. That guy, that fisherman, he must be against the city getting a rail car put in. Now it's a Fletcher. What's going on? Get out the way. If you want to ride the car, you have to wait for the next train to come along. Yeah, if I could get him moving. There we go. There's that one. Where have the others gone? There we go. Just get them to the... There we go. I reckon I've lost a lot of mine carts because I should have a lot of them rolling around the place. I made a lot of mine carts, so there was a constant stream. Oh, how did you... Oh. This is a problem. This is a problem. Yes! Oh! I was about to come in and save you. Oh, I come in too late. It's still a work in progress. It still is a work in progress. I can't. Well, I need to make some more mine carts by the look. There's all my iron. Just need to get rid of some stuff. And then we'll make some more mine carts, I think. These will probably be a bit easier. Okay. This has been both an enjoyable an hilarious and a tedious process. Okay, so there's plenty of minecarts in there now. And if I stay here and go into free cam, we can watch the track. Yes. That's another problem just here. I'm finding that step, because it's, maybe it was a bad idea putting the track on the walkway. I think I might have to get rid of those fence posts. I put those there to stop villagers standing on the side of the rail, but now I'm finding they're getting stuck inside the two fence posts where the track jumps up to the next level. Now, we shouldn't have any villagers going in under that fence because there's a wobble there. This track here wobbles the cart. It's an activator rail and it wobbles it, and that's what makes the villagers disembark the train or the rail car. Come on. Just need a little bit of a nudge. Yeah, see how he jumped out? So to get a villager go into the railcar yard is a bit frustrating. Yeah, see here how he's stuck? I might see if that helps. Okay, let's go F4 again. So there's one stuck there. Here we go. He picked up a... Oh, I need to get rid of this golem. I think he's far out enough to not be in the way, but he's not looking very healthy. And he's stuck. I might have to relieve him of his pain. Here we go. What's... Oh. I've been flying around watching the system work, and it's very, very iffy. Every now and then you'll get a really smooth couple of runs where the minecars just fly around really easily. They find no obstructions, and we pick up passengers and we have passengers dismount or disembark, and it works perfectly. And then now we have this huge backlog. We have a big traffic jam of carts. And generally it will clear itself. Like this one coming along will nudge a couple depending on where the villagers are. See? But that villager, there we go, look at that. And then they get off. And then we almost have them all go back into the rail car shed. So here's the start. We'll follow one. So we'll wait till one is set out. Here we go. Are we going to have any passengers? No passengers, but a very smooth run. And that one goes in, and then another one should be coming out shortly. Oh, there we go. I knew they were pretty close. Are we going to have any passengers this time? Smooth sailing so far. No passengers, but smooth sailing. Oh! Bobs, get out the way. That's okay. Another one will come along shortly and nudge it. Here comes one. As long as the bobs are definitely off the track. Oh, Bob! Yes. See his hitbox? It was just ever so slightly. And they only get like that when a villager has pushed them. Here we go. Come on, can you make it? Make it. Come on. Oh. So yes, it's a bit squishy here, especially when there's iron golems so close to the track, because the villagers do push them onto the track. Here we go. Ah! I have every faith that it will clear itself. Here comes a fifth cart. There we go, there goes. Hey, we got two. Smooth run. There's another one. Oh. Sometimes the activator... Is it the activator one? The one with a square? I think that's the activator. Sometimes it activates the powered rails very quickly. So see how it hadn't got to the end before it turned off? I think that's what's causing that problem. So I might have to rearrange some of the rails here. If there's no obstruction on the track, they can generally go through there pretty cleanly. Oh, almost. We almost had them all. We've got a passenger though. Oh, buddy. You poor thing. Oh, it cleared. See? Oh. And sometimes the villagers don't actually get scooped up. If they're standing on the rails, like these two, if it's gossip time, they are like a brick wall. The carts will just stop. Come on, you can do it. Yes, iron golems. But you can see the idea. It's been a lot of fun. It still needs quite a bit of fine tuning and tweaking, but it is quite a lot of fun to see these villagers unknowingly and unwillingly being scooped up into a minecart and deposited down the road. It would be really interesting to make this on a bigger scale. Look at this. Oh, that iron golem needs to move. Is it the veranda? No, it's not the veranda. Yeah, these two iron golems, that one in particular, is blocking the road. But it has been lots of fun. lots of fun to put in a railcar network in the city. So we have now got our first public transport system. So there you have it for the episode. A bit of fun today, that putting in the city's first public form of transport. We've got a rail car. I'm not going to call it a train, it's a rail car because it's got the electrified wire above it. So that's it for the episode. If you enjoyed the content of this episode and the idea of taking a village and turning it into a city, please hit the like button. If you've just found the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm No Spring Chicken. This has been Urban Sprawl, and I will see you next time.